UFC heavyweight champion, the winningest heavyweight champion of all time, the pride of Ohio, Stipe Miocic. Look at that smile. Look at those dimples. Stipe, how are you?
Tell me, man, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us. So there's a lot going on. I'm just curious, did you watch the main event last night on ESPN?
Yeah, I did. I did watch it.
And were you shocked? What was your reaction seeing a 26-second knockout?
The heavyweight division, dude. Anything can happen. I mean, I don't know if Francis caught with a lucky punch or if Cain's knee went out. I don't know, but I'd love to see that fight again. I just unfortunately it didn't happen, but I just would love to see if those two fight again. If Cain's knee didn't go out, or who knows? I don't know, or did Ngannou come with a good punch? It's hard to say.
Do you believe in the lucky punch theory? I personally don't believe it, and I feel like you guys train for this sort of thing. And yes, sometimes you throw a punch, it doesn't land where you intended to land. But I see a lot of fans getting all upset, saying like, "Oh, he didn't really knock him out; his knee buckled." To me, it seemed like the punch led to the knee buckling. So I feel like Francis is not really getting the respect and credit that he deserves here.
Listen, he won that fight, so no, you can't take it away from him. He won that fight, knocked him out, in 26 seconds. I mean. That's a good night. That's an easy night. Those are the best nights. Those are the nights we prayed for. I don't know. I mean, we all been there. I mean, trust me, I've been there. I know that. I mean, I feel like last fight happened, and I think it was a fluke, and that's why I'm trying to get that shot back with DC.
Yep, and we'll get to that in just a quick second. But I'm just curious, since you were the man who kind of started the mini spiral, if you will, for Francis, are you surprised at how he's rebounded? Because it seemed like after your fight, he turned into a different person, lacked confidence, couldn't pull the trigger against Derrick Lewis. But now in his last two fights, it seems like the old Francis is back.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, he's a young guy, he's hungry, he's getting better. But if we did fight again later on down the road, it would be the same outcome. I would win the fight.
Okay, so you have made it known very much that you want a rematch against Daniel Cormier. As we sit here and speak on this Monday, February 18th, where do things stand from your perspective?
I mean, if you look at it, there's no other matchup to make in the heavyweight division besides me and him. I don't know why he told me that. For Brock, he just said if Brock doesn't able to fight, and I'll fight Stipe. And then I don't know where Brock's at. I think he's doing WrestleMania in April sometime. And is he even cleared?
That's ongoing.
I don't know. You should know better than me, man. You're a journalist.
Yes. I said it's ongoing.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know if you're hiding something. I mean, you always hide stuff.
No, me? I never. I'm an open book.
Oh, that's a lie.
You never text me back. I try to build rapport, texting. I get stonewalled from you left and right. I have to go through poor Jim Walter and bother him all the time.
That's right. That's his job.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think you're going to get it at this point, or are you starting to lose hope?
No, I'm definitely losing hope, man. I'm definitely going to get it. I don't. One minute he says yes, and the next minute he says no, and then he tells me I should get a fight before him. But he's trying to fight a guy. If he does fight Brock, he hasn't fought him for 3 years, hasn't fought anyone. He's been popped twice. I mean, I don't understand. Maybe he should get a shot, a fight before he fights DC. I don't know.
Has the UFC tried to get you to come back and fight someone else? I'd heard that they were trying to get you to fight at Madison Square Garden, maybe even against Cain back in November before he took that fight. Have they even tried to go in a different direction with you?
Well, I told him I'd fight DC, Madison Square Garden. I mean, everyone knows that. I've
fought
him multiple times. I mean, I offered the fight. He said no, and he took Lewis instead. That's the only way you can do. You said you fight someone, it's a short notice fight for me too.
You put out this great video recently, and it was a side of you that I think a lot of us haven't, seen in the past, you and your daughter, your family. The main message was, he owes me the rematch, and I would do the same to him. Why do you feel like he owes you the rematch?
Well, I didn't have to take the fight. I didn't have to do the super fight. I could have fought another heavyweight, the next contender. But it's what the fans wanted, and I did. I felt like it was a great matchup, and I could win the fight. And But if the shoe was on the foot, he'd be the same way, though. It happened to him, he'd be like, "Hey man, I want my shot back. Come on, let's go." He's done it before, so it's not like anything different.
Right. I feel like maybe the message and the lesson in all this. Look, there's no secret that at times when you were champion, you didn't see eye to eye with the UFC brass, and things were a little frosty at times. Do you feel like this is their way of maybe getting back at you by not giving you this immediate rematch?
I don't think of it that way, man. I'm thinking about just staying positive, man. Positive vibes is all I care about.
Do you wish that you put maybe an immediate rematch? That's not really a thing in our sport. It's more of a thing in boxing. But do you think it's time that maybe, long reigning champions such as yourself put rematch clauses in the contract so you don't have to go out and campaign for things like this?
Yeah, totally. No, I think so. I think so 100%. It's just hard to say that because you see guys that have never defended the belt and they get a rematch right away. And then, I defended it, 3 times and, sitting here.
What was that? What was that last part?
I'm just sitting here.
Yes. You haven't fought since July. It's currently February. So to the best of my knowledge, that's around like 7 or so months. I believe you're injury free, right? You're 100% healthy, correct?
Yeah.
Are you starting to, get a little antsy here? I mean, this is 7 months. Usually, no? You're not getting a little. You're good.
I'm good. Listen, I'm training every day, living life, having fun, and just, getting ready for when decent gives me a rematch.
Well, I saw that in that video that you're still training, you're going, but is it tough to train? Is it hard to find motivation when you don't know what exactly you're training for?
No, man, I train for my daughter, man.
Mm-hmm. And you are.
I love it. I love being a father, and I just go there every day, and I know what I'm doing and what I'm doing it for.
That was the best part of that video, to see how much you love your daughter and how much you want to provide for her. How has it changed you being a dad? And are you surprised at how much it has changed you?
Oh yeah, I knew it was going to change from the start, but I think it just makes you a better person. It makes you slow down, enjoy everything, and not take things so seriously.
Are you surprised by the changes, or were you expecting all of this?
No, I was expecting it. I just realized how selfish she was. She got feed her and burp her and change her. It's kind of, no, but I love every second of it, man. Honestly, I do.
I feel like the best part of being a dad is it gives you balance and perspective. Like, it's not all you joke about. Like, I feel like we're selfish as human beings, and once you bring a kid into the world, you no longer can be selfish anymore. And I think that that's the best part of it all.
Oh, 100%. Honestly, there's no question. And that's what I said in the video. I want to show her how many times you get knocked down. You just got to get up, dust yourself off, move forward, and come on with your head on top.
Are you spending more time at the firehouse now that you're on this little hiatus as far as fighting?
No, same as usual.
Same schedule.
Worked last night.
So how many hours you work a week?
It depends. 24 or 36.
Okay, so like last night's shift, how long was it?
12 hours.
12 hours. Okay, was it overnight or during the day?
Overnight.
Wow. So like what time to what time?
7:30 to 7:38.
Man, are you tired right now?
No.
No. So how did you watch the fight? You weren't out there saving lives on the streets of Cleveland?
No, we were lucky. It was a slow night. So
Is there ever a time where it's 12 hours and you have absolutely nothing to do? Like you've done nothing, no calls?
Oh, it's the worst. You get like cabin fever and it's the worst.
So in a weird way, sometimes you're actually hoping for it?
Yes, because it kills a day.
Right.
Not back to back to keep going, but call here and a call there and a call here, and just kind of race up the slowness.
So behind the scenes, as far as getting this rematch against DC, because I'm sure that you've seen some of his public comments, he doesn't seem he called you entitled, right? Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
What did you make of that?
That's funny. I mean, I don't understand his logic, but all right.
Well,
what really don't.
What is being done behind the scenes to try? Because Dana White spoke to the media yesterday and said that Daniel has a booking. He didn't exactly say who it was, but it seems to me like they're going in the direction of Brock. What are you guys doing to try to reverse course here?
You'll find out, man. I'm doing whatever I got to do. My entitled ass is doing what it's got to do. Get that rematch.
Which is what, like from a behind the scenes perspective, what are you guys doing?
What do you mean, like behind the scenes? Like, I understand.
Well, it's one thing to put it out.
What are you at?
Well, it's one thing to put it out there in the public, but like I know meetings go on. I know people have meetings.
Yeah. Him doing all that stuff. He's taking care. We're trying to figure it all out. There's a lot of things, and it's a lot. It's trying to take more than just this little conversation to talk about it.
What happens?
Jim's doing a lot.
Okay, and what happens if they do go in the direction of Brock Lesnar? How do you react to that?
What am I reacting? I'm apparently being a crybaby, so I'll probably be a crybaby some more.
But then, are you just never going to fight again? Or are you going to sit out?
No, I never said I was going to fight again. But no, I'm not going to sit out.
Okay, so do you have a timeline? Like, if I don't get no, you're just waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
What if they come to you with like a Francis rematch? Are you interested in that?
Yeah, after I fight DC.
Okay. After you beat the champion, you'll defend the title against Francis again.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. But that's why I'm asking, like, at some point, something's got, like, if they say, look, DC's fighting Brock Lesnar next, now do you want to fight someone else, or are you just going to wait to...
No, that's what he said he wanted from the start, But, I mean, I like I said before, like, I don't even know if Brock's even available. He's got WrestleMania, and then, like I said, I don't know if he's even been cleared, and then that whole debacle with USADA losing one of his tests or something like that. I have no idea.
Yeah. You don't trust him that he's actually going to show up to this fight?
No, I don't trust him. I hope he doesn't, which nothing but the best for him, but I hope he doesn't show up.
Yeah. I'll say it. I don't trust. I mean, the history precedes you, right? I mean, I feel like something crazy might happen along the way here. I don't feel like this fight is actually ever going to happen.
Well, that's okay with me. I'm worried. I'll step right in.
Yeah. All right. So what a crazy situation here. Here you are. You're healthy. You're waiting. You're just awaiting the word of when you can fight for the belt again, the winningest heavyweight champion of all time.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, he got me that first round. Good for him. And it wasn't like he was beat me the brakes off me or anything like that. Like I was winning that fight. It's kind of with a punch, and if he feels that confident, do it again. See if he can do it again the first round.
I noticed in that video you said there's not a day that goes by that you don't think about that fight, that you think about every day. Does it consume you? Like, how often are you actually thinking about it on a daily basis?
All the time.
All the time. To the point, like, does it drive you crazy?
No.
Do you watch it a lot?
No, I've never seen it.
You've never?
Maybe one time. I've seen clips or something like that, but I never watched the fight itself.
Really? You never actually sat down and watched it beginning to end? How come?
No need to. I lost.
Okay, but yet you're still always thinking about it.
Yep.
What's the biggest mistake that you think you made in that fight that you wouldn't do again?
I just got too close. I just didn't do what I was supposed to. I didn't listen to my coaches. I didn't keep my distance, and let him dirty box me. That's what he's good at. And we countered the overhand right.
Did you get overconfident because you were doing so well early on?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. All right. 100%. So February 18th, 2019, you will say on the record you do believe that you will fight DC next.
Yeah, I mean, let's do it April 13th, man. They don't have a headliner or a spot. Well, let's do it.
Yeah. You want to do it that quickly? That's in like less than 2 months.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And by the way, I think that you're one of the big winners from last night in a weird way, because I think Cain losing like removes a roadblock for you, if you know what I'm saying, because you already beat Francis. So I don't know if you looked at it from that perspective, but I actually think you come out looking very good and smelling very good after this.
Well, I'm trying to smell good, man.
Yes, that's right. I knew you were going to say something. I knew you were going to say something. By the way, Cavs are doing well this year. It's been a good year for them.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Well, I remember like you were making fun of me for being a Raptors guy. Now the Raptors.
Well, you guys can never beat us in the playoffs, and then now you probably you're going to. We're not going to make it to the playoffs.
Right? No. You'd be lucky if you win. Yeah, always next year. That's the Cleveland attitude I love. I love this positive attitude. Look at you, smiling, happy. You're a father. You believe you will fight for the belt next. I like it. I think we could all learn from it. Stipe, great stuff. I appreciate it. Stipe 316. DTA. Don't trust anyone. By the way, I want the old Stipe. Can I get the old Stipe back on Twitter? Remember you used to go on these Twitter rants? Maybe that'll get what happened?
I grew up.
That's it? You got too important for us little people?
He might come back out here soon. I mean, listen, I'm pretty witty, but sometimes it's exhausting sometimes trying to pick a fight or, trying to say something. And then you got to keep going with it. And then it's, we'll see. You never know. I might come out in left field with something. You
changed, Stipe. Ever since you became champion, you went corporate on us. We need the old Stipe back.
Corporate, it's all about, it's what we're doing in the world today. I know it's corporate.
All right. Well, just consider it, okay? Do me a favor.
I got you, babe.
Thank you, Stipe. All the best to you and your family. Appreciate it very much. There he is, the former UFC heavyweight champion, Stipe Miocic.